We're back now for Fuji. This is race 8 of the season. I'll just pause it before we go any further. This is race 8 of the season now. Beserker-Boy got the win at Alsace in the last race, so we'll just run you through the grid in reverse order now. At Fuji for the following race. So here's Seamus in a Ferrari in first place. We have Wilkie in second place in a Citroen. Zafiro had a bit of a disaster for him in the last race. He was battling up for a 4th and 5th at one point, but got it horribly wrong for a fast section, and it cost him dearly. He's back here. He's now here in third place, but he's also in third place in a Honda at Fuji, which would be interesting to see how he gets on. Berger, welcome return Berger here in a Jag, here in fourth place. Viali in a GTR in fifth place. I'm surprised Viali didn't use his GTR at the last circuit, but hey ho, it was a good car to be at in Alsace, I would have thought. Sayrex in a Honda here in sixth place. Smoker in another Honda here in 7th. Rose in a very quick Citroen, certainly in a straight line, Citroen in 8th. It's also a very wide car. Look how wide it is compared to that Honda up in front of him. Stones, who had an outstanding race for him. He's got his first podium position in the series at the last race. Got a 3rd place. Well driven, Stones. Here in 9th. Deli B in another Honda in 10th, and race winner from the last race, Beserker-Boy, back here in his Corvette, which he does enjoy a lot. So there's a bit of controversy this race. I know there's some steward inquiries have gone in. So when this race finishes, although the results, you'll see the results, whether it stays that way is another matter. So I'm not sure how things will pan out with regards to the final results. We'll try and capture all we can of all of the incidents that happened. I'll just make sure everything's set up first. Fuji's first corner is never a great place to start from or to be in at the beginning of a race, because it's just a horrible hairpin at the end of a long straight. And lots of drivers all trying to get into the same bit of track. So we shall, fingers crossed, hopefully see what happens here. 5 lights are on, the drivers are ready, the engines are ready, and we're off. And here on board here with Sayrex, he gets a good start there, already past the Berger. Rose has got a superb start in that Citroen out there on the left. Sayrex loses braking far too late, punts off. Who went off there? That was Aaron, I think, got put off the back there. They're all trying to stream through now. So Wilkie's up front, Seamus second, Zafiro's third, Sayrex looking very squirrely in that Honda. Fourth, he's braking all over the place in that Honda. Oh, so there's gone contact back here. Let's just quickly go back to that. So here we have Stones, undercut Powerberger. Looks like, oh, there's more contact back here. Oh my goodness, it's all going off on that one here. So up there we've got Stones and Berger. Berger's drifted wide, taking himself off. I'm just trying to catch what's going on, and oh, right, let's just quickly go back and look at it. There's a lot going on. So Berger's gone wide there at the loop. Stones up front here, sort of drifts wide in that Ferrari, which just allows Deli to get past, Total Rose to get past Viali. Smoker and Viali having a little bumping going on there, but managed to keep it together on the track. And back here with Stones, who suddenly, for some reason, drifted very wide, leaves the braking far too late, smashes into Viali. Oh my goodness, he gets that terribly wrong. So we go back up the field, and Wilkie, oh no, there's also a bit going off here. Oh, let's just quickly go back here, because here we look at this melee. Let's go on up here. So here we go. Zaf gets past Seamus in the Ferrari. in third place. So we've got Wilkie, Zafiro, 1, 2, 3. Seamus trying to outbrake the Honda, but doesn't quite doing it. Sayrex here in third place, being harassed by Beserker, who's got through up to the side of Sayrex, eases back out. Seamus drifts wide. Sayrex undercuts. Little contact there from Seamus on Sayrex. Sayrex gets it terribly wrong. Drifts sideways, just allows Beserker to go past him there. And Sayrex drives into Beserker again. And he drives into Beserker again. It looks like Beserker's having to pull over there onto the right-hand side to scrub off a penalty. But Sayrek's been a bit bumpy, I have to say, there with Beserker-Boy, hitting him twice. So here we are with Delhi now, looking at the Ferrari of Seamus. So yeah, Beserker-Boy scrubbing off a penalty there. I'm not sure what he got that penalty for. And he's also got, oh, here we go, turn 1. 4 drivers into turn 1 all at the same time, and Beserker-Boys. Oh, it's a complete melee. Oh no! Oh my goodness, disaster now. Oh, I think I saw what happened there. That was unfortunately Delhi. Let's go on board with Beserker and just go you through this from his point of view here. So up front there, yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to go all the way back. Sorry. So here we go into turn 1. Delhi's up front there in the Honda. He drifts out to the left there, spins it up. Comes in and unfortunately spins the car, which collects Seamus, which punts Total Rose, and Beserker smashed. They had nowhere to go apart from into the side of cars there. Oh, it's carnage. Unfortunate there. A racing incident, I think that one was. Unfortunately, because Delhi B just got it, just spun up and just collected cars trying to get out of the way. So it's all happening here at Fuji. I did say this is a bit of a controversial race. There's a lot going on. Seamus has now drifted all the way back to 8th place. Valley's ruined the fact he was sideswiped by Stones, who had a great race last race. Delhi's dropped all the way to the back of the field. This keep an eye on Delhi because he's a fast driver in a Honda at this circuit. I'm sure he's got something in the bag to try and catch up here. So at the moment, let's try and get everything calmed down. We have Zafiro up front in a Honda. He's passed Wilkie into first place. There's Wilkie in a Citroen. It's a good car to be at for this circuit. Citroen, I can hear the squealing of tyres. Sayrex is all over the racetrack. He's getting that Honda so sideways. I'm not sure what's going on. So we've got Total Rose up the inside here of Sayrex. Rose, surely Aaron has got a draft here to get past the Honda. I would be confident that the Citroen Power could get past that Honda. But he's side by side. Sayrex not budging an inch. And Rose under braking. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. But Sayrex undercuts him. Sayrex hits. Goodness me. Sayrex hits Rose now. So Sayrex has hit quite a few people already. This is just allowed. So let's quickly go back here. So it was all nice and clean up here to turn 1. Aaron takes the position. Sayrex just doesn't turn in, just goes straight out to where Aaron was and punts Aaron off. Goodness me. Stuart's going to have to look at that one. So Smoker now gets up to 3rd place as he's gifted the position from the instant between Total Rose and Sayrex. So Total Rose has got his place. So Beserker-Boy is now trying to catch back up to Sayrex in 6th place. Berger now in 7th. Viali 8th. Stones back here in 9th. Delhi's already got a place past Seamus in 11th. So it's all happening here at Fuji. All happening here. Wilkie is not letting Zafiro get away. He's caught right back up to the Honda driver. Wilkie's looking very sporty. So we had Stones get his best position race finish in the last race, and now Wilkie doesn't look like he's actually going backwards at all in this one. In the Citroen, I just sit wider a little bit. So Wilkie's having a good race for himself. But in the meantime, Zaf and the beautiful looking Red Bull comes around to start lap 4 in the Honda. He's just easing away a little bit here from Wilkie. He's going to get a bit of airtime for being in second place. Up here in second, hunting down the Honda. Can he make it stick? In the meantime, looking at, you can see in the background there's the field, line astern. You've got Smoker now third, Rose fourth, Sayrex fifth, Beserker sixth, Berger in the Jag seventh, Viali eighth, Stones ninth, Delhi trying to gather his thoughts now in 10th, and Seamus 11th. So all line astern. You can see here the Zaf is now starting to ease away a little bit from Wilkie. Let's go back down through the field because I'm sure we haven't seen the last of any incidents. Everyone's a little bit of gap between them and the drivers in front or behind as Beserker-Boy is hunting down Sayrex. Sayrex is looking untidy in this Honda, I have to say. He seems to be drifting it through the corners a little bit. He seems to be unsure of braking points as well. Here's Beserker trying to catch up to Sayrex in his beautiful looking Corvette. He's got a bit of a gap now between him and Berger, who drifts that Jag wide. There's a change of position back here, I think. Yep. Just quickly go back to what happened here. Delhi, he's got past Stones under this heavy braking little GT. I don't know what the name of this corner is, but Stones drifts wide. They both outbrake each other there, to be honest. So Delhi's now back up to 9th place. Remember, Delhi wasn't last at one point, so it's a great drive. Hopefully it'll be a great drive for Delhi if he can get back further up the field. This, I have to be honest, this Mickey Mouse section here of corners, it kind of ruins the flow of Fuji terribly. Little horrible little corners, which every single corner at Fuji has a closing, a tightening apex, where it gets sharper and sharper the more you get into the corner. In the meantime, we're on board here with Viali, the doctor, looking to get past the Jag on the start-finish straight. I'd be surprised if that GTR can beat the Jag, but it looks like no, he's not pulled alongside. Can he get him under braking? He does get him under. No, yes, he does get him under braking. So nice clean move there by Viali. Cleanly takes the Jag. Great driving there between these two boys. In the meantime, here we are on board with Beserker-Boy. He's caught right back up to Sayrex, who's drifting all over the place, and oh my goodness, as now Sayrex has drifted wide and collected Beserker-Boy. Let's have another quick look at that. Coming into this right hand turn here, Sayrex drifts wide, puts the brakes on, skids, collects Beserker-Boy. Beserker had nowhere to go, so they've just taken each other. Sayrex having a bit of an awful drive, I have to say. Beserker-Boy's waiting, so it's just allowed Viali to get through, Berger to get through, Delhi to get through, Stones to get through. Sayrex has now gathered it. Beserker-Boy's had to give him, although it's a bit harsh, I have to say, because it looks like Sayrex had lost control, and it's just unfortunate that Beserker-Boy was right there. Oh dear. So Zafiro is now out in front. Wilkie's starting to drift off a little bit from Zaf. It looks like Smoker is starting to ease up to the back of the Citroen. In the background there, you've got Total Rose here on board with Aaron in the Citroen, looking down the start-finish straight. Let's see how fast this Citroen gets on this long straight here. 7th gear, he's up to 161, 60, flickered at 163 miles an hour there. Where here we are with Viali, 159. We'll check out the top speeds of these cars in a minute, going down the start-finish straight. So who's actually in the fastest car? Let's just pick up where the nearest battle is at the moment. So here we have Sayrex again. Here we have Sayrex, right. Beserker's caught back up to Sayrex. Let's see, Sayrex again gets it sideways. Cerex is having trouble with that Honda in this race. This time, yeah, he breaks it wide again, middle of the corner, drifts it out wide, just allow Beserker to get right up close. Can Beserker get this position? Yes, he can. So Beserker undercuts Cerex back up into 9th place now. Cerex is not going to give that position up easily, I would think. Knowing Cerex, so back up here. So Delian's now caught up to the power Burger. Is he going to undercut Burger here? No! It's respectful driving, but Burger gives him space. Unfortunately, a little tap there on the exit. So here we have Zafiro now. Let's check out these top speed times. So the Citroen was doing 163 along this straight. Let's just go back here. No, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, everyone. Let's just go. Didn't want to go back to me. Let's go back to Zafiro. So 163. Flickered at 163 in the Honda. So the Honda and Citroen can both do matching times. Let's stick on board with the GTR. See how quick that is in the straight line. No, it didn't quite make 160. Deli 163. Burger, we're just a bit too late for that. So, oh my goodness, what happened there? I think Burger got it horribly wrong into turn 1. He hit someone. Just going back here, see what Burger's done. No, everyone's lying as stones now. I think it was Burger got it wrong, hitting Stones in the Ferrari. Burger's drifting out wide there, just allowing Stones to catch right back up. So it's not a great race, I have to say, by the League 4 boys at the moment. But in the meantime, Zafiro is out off on his merry way. He's a very quick driver, Zafiro. Starting to put out a gap now between him and Wilkie. Wilkie's certainly holding his own in this race. Normally, to be fair, he's normally near the back, but he's in the heady heights of 2nd place at the moment. But he's been caught now by the fellow Citroen driver of Total Rose here. Turning, it's a horrible last corner. As you can see, it's just forced Wilkie wide, and there's not. It gives you a poor drive along the start-finish straight, which surely is going to allow Aaron here in this fellow Citroen to get past Wilkie. Is he going to get him under braking? It looks like he will. Yes, he does. So let's just go. Oh no, Wilkie's undercut Aaron. He's trying to undercut Aaron, and he has. Good driving there by Wilkie. Didn't give up the position. So Aaron, the side by side going into this little kink. Great racing here by these two Citroen boys. Wilkie's definitely looking very sporty today. It looks like Aaron's now got a place, and Smoker's just caught up to the Citroen party here. So we're about 12 minutes into this race, 13 minutes into this race. And Rose has got past cleanly. Ooh! Big lunge there from Smoker. Gets it horribly wrong. That could have been horrible. Could have taken out Wilkie. Didn't quite manage it. So let's just go back through the field here, where we have Cerex is caught right back up to Beserker-Boy. Was there a bit of Cerex bumped him? Beserker-Boy again coming into this last corner. Yeah, Cerex bumps Beserker again. Not sure what's going on with Cerex. He seems to not be able to control that Honda in this race. As we come round now to the, again, this horrible left-right section. Corvette looking I want to see how fast this Corvette is in a straight line. Beserker gets that slightly wrong going into the entrance to that corner here. So anyway, Down a start finish straight. Let's see how fast the Corvette goes in a straight line. It's been overtaken there by the Honda. So 161 it looked like in the Corvette for Beserker-Boy. This is not Sayrex getting it wrong again, sideways through the exit of turn 1. Beserker-Boy nibbling at the back of that Honda driver there. And this is where they've had their incident before. Is Sayrex going to brake mid-corner again? No, he doesn't this time. It's difficult to read what Sayrex is doing when his brake points is all over the place. And Sayrex getting far too wide there, nearly loses it. The tail end of that Honda looking very untidy, I have to say. So let's just go. Oh, Seamus has gone wide again. So here we are, the last corner. Zafiro in the Honda coming down the start finish straight is now pulled out a gap between him and Totoro's here in second. Smoker's third. The drifting Wilkie there is still up near a podium in fourth. Viali here in fifth. Delhi has got back up from last to sixth. Great drive by Delhi. Stone's still hanging on to seventh place. He's got the Berger behind him here in eighth. Sayrex has just got past Beserker-Boy in 10th position now, Beserker. And Seamus not having much fun in that Ferrari, I have to say, back here in 11th. So we'll run through the lap time, see what people are doing as well. So Zafiro's done a 1:42 dead. That's a very good time, I have to say. Totoro's is quicker though. He's not just done one 1:41 time, he's done 2:41 times. So looks like Rose has got the pace to catch Zafiro if he can keep it together. So Rose has done a 1:41.3. Smoker has done a 1:41.4. So they're evenly matched. Wilkie's done a 1:42 dead almost. So Wilkie's certainly got the decent pace here for this circuit. Viali 1:41.6. And I thought so. He's charging his way through the field, a 1:40.6. So he's quicker than everyone in front of him, but he gets it sideways. The Honda, so it's not just Sayrex who's fighting this Honda around this circuit. Even Delhi is fighting the Honda. Stone's done a 1:42. Berger 42.8. Beserker 42.5. Sayrex 43. Sayrex is having a lot of trouble at this circuit, and Seamus at 42. So Seamus has got a fair amount of pace. So let's can Beserker hang on to Sayrex? Is all over the shop there, back here in 10th place. So let's just go back up here with trying to find where the battles are going on, to be honest. So Zafiro holding station with 17 minutes to go. Have gone, sorry. Starting to. Is he pulling out a lead over Rose? Looks like he is actually. Starting to get a bit of a gap. Rose has now got a bit of a gap between him and Smoker here in third place. Wilkie's drifted off from Smoker. Viali starting to catch Wilkie. Delhi's definitely catching everyone. You have to keep an eye on Delhi for the rest of this race. Pumping in fantastic lap times, Delhi, I have to say. Nice driving, mate. Stone's been caught, but this at the moment, this is the closest battle on the circuit. The Jag trying to catch up to the Ferrari of Stones. And then we still have Beserker-Boy, race winner from the last race, desperately trying to hold off a feisty little Honda, I have to say. Yeah, looks like Sayrex, and again, Sayrex twice bumped Beserker-Boy. Just trying to look up the field to see where all of the... Oh, Beserker-Boy gets it wrong there. See where the battles are Is there any other battles brewing anywhere? It's all. Oh, look, Beserker-Boy looks like he's got it wrong there. No, not quite. So I'm just trying to see where all the battles are on the circuit. Oh, shame, it's having an awful race for him. It's a bit station as you are at the moment. I can't really comment too much. There's 10 minutes to go. I'm trying to find where the next battle that might be brewing is. Rose second, Smoker third. Wilkie, yep, he is being caught. This is where it's probably going to start then. So Vialli's catching up to Wilkie, and it looks there, and there's a hard charging dead. This little group concertinaing up definitely now. I think by the time Vialli catches Wilkie, Deli would have caught Vialli. So let's see what happens here. Go on board here with Deli. Is he going to try and outbrake the GTR driver? No, he doesn't. But look, oh, he's definitely caught right back up. Wilkie's Citroen is going to be sideways through some of these corners, which is going to certainly hold up the GTR through the circuit. You can see Vialli there in the GTR is desperately trying to find a way past the fat end of that. That's the only way to describe it. I'm being as kind as I can possibly be. The fat end of that Citroen. It is a very wide car. So Deli gets it very wide there, so he's going to try and drag race everyone down. He's already caught up to the GTR. He's going to get Vialli here, is Deli, but the Citroen power is definitely going to keep him, the Honda driver, away. Oh, that was a little bit naughty there, Deli, I have to say. Vialli was still there. He sort of scrubbed it, wiped his nose when he didn't have anywhere to go. But the GTR driver is still there or thereabouts. Deli's now up to 5th place. He was last. Don't think it's going to be long now before he can take the position of Wilkie in 4th. So looking at the map at the top right. Oh, Deli's thought about. Let's go on board with Deli. Is there a little bump there from Deli again? Oh, Deli tried to go, thought about the outside there, so he's undercut Wilkie. Yep, little bump there, but that's alright, it's just at the back, not to the side. Just letting Wilkie know that he's there. Flashing his lights at him, like he's probably bothered. Is he going to try and lunge up the inside? He is! The Citroen holds his nerve, Citroen driver holds nerve. Deli hits the back of Wilkie again, which has just allowed Vialli here to catch back up. These boys squabbling now for 4th, 5th, 6th position. Deli's got a better, Vialli's got a nice drive there. Citroen is going to be hard to beat in the start-finish straight, the longest straight, I believe, in the series. But no, unfortunately, Wilkie spun up the rear wheels of his Citroen, which has just allowed Deli to get past. As can Vialli get a tow here, or can the Citroen driver catch up to the Honda? He's certainly gaining, but Deli's going to go defensive there to block the racing line. Is Wilkie going to go around the outside? He's trying to, but no, Deli holds his place. So a good driving there by Deli, nice defensive driving. But those two holding each other up has just allowed now Vialli to catch back up to this little group. Don't want to focus too much on this section. I'm looking at the map to see what else is going on. This is really the closest battle on the circuit at the moment. Everyone else is kind of strung out. I'll go through it again in a minute as we just watch Vialli here getting a little bit wide. So we know that Citroen is very quick in a straight line, and we know the Honda of Deli is a very quick combination as well. But Wilkie's having a great drive for him. He's not letting that Honda driver up in front get away. In the meantime, this Nissan driver is also just caught up to the back of the Citroen. Vialli, superb move there. That is a cheeky little overtake by Vialli. Nice driving, Roy. The Citroen We need to have a look at that again. That was a superb overtake. No contact. Nips up the inside here. Doesn't. Oh yeah. Wilkie tried to turn back in, but unfortunately there was a side panel of a GTR was in the way. Nice little cheeky overtake by Roy. Good driving there. So Wilkie is having a great drive. He's very sporty in that Citroen. He was in second place. He's now drifted back to 6th. As you look at the map at the top right there, everyone's starting to string out. Apart from this group here, we have Beserker, who still can't get away from the sliding Sayrex in 9th. Stones is starting to catch up to the late runners party. Sayrex right off the circuit over there. Does he get a penalty for that? I don't think he does. Seamus is right, and Seamus right off the pace back here. So let's go back up board here with Sayrex. Is he catching that Corvette? He's got a bit of a draft. 164.56. Yeah, he must have got a bit of a draft there. He's up to 166. You can see Sayrex in the background, off onto the grass. Just seems totally out of control in that Honda today, unfortunately. So, we have got 5 minutes to go. Can Beserker-Boy catch up to the Jag of Powerburger? Wilkie has not managed to keep onto the back of the Nissan GTR here in 6th place. He's trying to get back to 5th. He's drifting that Citroen Y, and it's just given the Vialli there a bit of a breathing room. Can Vialli keep that distance on the start-finish straight to make sure he doesn't get any tow from the Citroen driver? So anyway, 5 minutes to go. Let's go back up to Zafiro, who's not been caught by Total Rose. There you can see them. Zafiro's still in 1st. Aaron's still in 2nd. Smoker here is having a great drive in 3rd. Delhi in 4th. Was last. So great drive by Delhi as well to get back from last to 4th. Citroen driver of Wilkie thought about the GTR here of Vialli, but it doesn't make it stick. So that they're 5th and 6th still. Here comes Berger along the start-finish straight in 7th. Let's see how quick he can get that Jag going. 55. Doesn't he get to? Does he get to 60? Yes, he just gets to 160. And we saw Beserker's at 162 there. So everyone's literally strung out. Stones is now past Sayrex, and Seamus at the back. So let's have a look. Where is... Oh, looks like Aaron has caught up to Zafiro. We have got just 3.5 minutes. There's still time for Aaron in a very quick Citroen to try and catch the race winner. So we do have a bit of late race drama. Although the Citroen driver is still a bit too far away. Zafiro is trying to break the toe there. Just going over to the right to make sure Aaron doesn't get much of a toe. Aaron's just put in a 1:41 time, and he's now got a big distance between him and Smoker here in 3rd place. Delhi's not going to catch Smoker unless Smoker has an instant. Vialli's now pulled out a bit of a gap between him and Wilkie. Berger desperately trying to keep that Jag off on the track. Sorry, away from Beserker back here in 8th. Stones 9th. Sayrex 10th. Seamus 11th. So everyone really strung out. So literally trying to find where the closest battle is going to be hard here. Everyone's strung out. This could be about the closest. The positions here for 1st and 2nd. Although there's another brewing back, but we've only got 2 minutes to go. So I'll just have a quick drinks break before we go into the last moments of the race. So minute and a half. Looks like Zafiro is actually catching. Yeah, the last place driver. Shame. Oh, Zafiro took a lot of curb there. I wonder if he's going to get a penalty for that. Is a little penalty sign going to come up for Zafiro? No, it doesn't. So we have 1 minute to go. On board now with the race leader, Zafiro. You can see the distance there between him and Aaron in the Citroen behind. Unfortunately for Zafiro, he's got a back marker up there to bother him. Although the Seamus will get out of the way or be ghosted, it's still going to be. There we go. Zafiro flashing his lights at Seamus. Get out of the way. And just to prove the point, Zafiro's just put in the best sector time for him. He's still pushing at the very end of the race. 30 seconds to go. This will be the last lap. Aaron really just needs, if Zafiro goes wide or makes some sort of mistake, the Citroen driver will be right on the back bumper of Zafiro. But as it stands, Zafiro's just got to keep his nerve, hold his line. It's another best sector time at the very end of the race. There we go. Seamus does get out of the way. Great driving, Seamus. Well done. Zafiro coming through the Mickey Mouse left, right, horrible turns. Coming up to the last turn now. So you can still get this last turn horribly wrong, get penalties and drift wide and everything. But I don't think he's going to. He's taking a nice apex there. He's keeping it clean. He's far enough ahead of Total Rose so that Total Rose can't get a tow. So it's going to be Zafiro is going to take the win here at Fuji and takes checker flag now with Aaron in second place. Great drive for Aaron in the Citroen. We do have a bit of last minute drama. Here's Deli and Smoker side by side, and then Smoker just holds Deli off. Let's go back to how that unfolded at the back here. Deli actually got past. Oh, this is interesting. So Deli did actually get past Smoker for third place at some point. So we're on board here with Smoker. Where does Deli get up to third place? Oh, Smoker gets it wrong. So Deli is in third place. Is hung up to dry there. So Smoker doesn't get a great drive out of the last turn, but so Deli did have a bit of a better turn. Let's have a look, see if we can actually pause this to see just how close it was. Look at this. Let's go to the pictures. That's the difference between, there we go. Oh, what a superb finish for these two boys. That was the difference there between third and fourth place. Great driving by the two Honda boys there. So, Smoker third, Deli fourth. Viali is going to come across the line for fifth place. Wilkie, a well-deserved sixth place. Great drive by Wilkie. Berger is going to hang on, is going to, whereabouts is he? He's on the start-finish straight here for seventh place. Beserker is in the background there, couldn't make it happen to catch up to the Berger. So Jag Powers kept it ahead of the Corvette Power. So Berger seventh, Beserker eighth. Stones is having a bit of a ding-dong here with Sayrex for 9th and 10th place. Who's going to finish where? Oh, it looked like so. Let's just go back. Oh, it's not going to let me go back. Sayrex nicked the position off of Stones there. Got an extra place right at the line, and it just cut off before I could pause it and just take a picture. So, bit of late race drama there, but we shall see what happens. As I said, there are stewards inquiries going on that I know about, so whether those results stand is another matter. We have to find out, and I'll let you know at the beginning of race 9 if anything changed for the results. But there we have race 8 in the bag. One more week to go next week. And still, I'll also get a list of the championship to see how the things stand out. For what I know, I do know that Aaron is ahead at least by about, I think it's about 10 points ahead of Delhi. And Delhi's about 5 or 6 points ahead of Beserker-Boy in third. And Berserker was about 6 points ahead of Sayrex in fourth. But I'll get the result, I'll get the standings before the last week. So the implications of the races will have a bit more meaning when I do the commentary for next week. So anyway, that's it for today. For League 4 anyway. I also do commentary for League 5, and I know that there's a great finish for Fuji, so that'd be worth sticking around for if you want to see that. Thanks for watching. Remember the competition about any names for Dark Smoker that you want me to use for him for the last week. Let us know. That competition, if you look at the beginning of the race 7, I'll explain what the competition is. So let us know your comments, and nice to get some feedback, and see you next week.